Good day, everyone. You're welcome to another episode of King Ife's English. So remember, just like I said, this is a series, and the series' main aim is to try to correct all mispronunciations, especially as we have found in Nigerian English, and by extension I feel that people who are Africans can also immensely benefit from it. And you know, anyone who is a second language learner in the entire world, you can also benefit immensely from it. So I suggest you share to your friends who is learning English or who want to be more proficient in speaking the English language. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Today we're going to be talking about words that start with letter F that we commonly mispronounce. All right, so letter F, let's start. Some of these words, you're going to find out that you probably might have had an issue with the stress pattern. If maybe you get the vowel sounds and the consonant sounds well, maybe the issue you have is that the way you stress the word is not the actual way it ought to be stressed. So let's quickly dive into it. The first word we've got here is fabricate. Fabricate, not fabricate. Next is fabulous. Fabulous. So there's a bu. Fabulous. It's not fabulous, not fabulous, but fabulous. Fabulous. Then the next is facade. Facade. Facade, like the facade. You hear a lot of people talk about it, or I think it's in this popular song by Beyonce. She sang something about facade. Beauty hurts. Beauty hurts. So if you listen to the song, you'd listen to where she mentioned the word facade. Then facilitate. Facilitate, you know, it's not facilitate, but facilitate, stress pattern as well. Then the next is fallacious. Fallacious, not fallacious, but fallacious. Okay, and then we've got the word fallacious. We've got the word fatal. Fatal, not fatal. And of course you need to know how to use the word fatal. Whenever you use the word fatal, it means that someone's life is lost in it. So if somebody had, maybe like there was a fatal accident, it means that at least one person died in that accident. So if nobody died, so there's no need of you saying it's fatal. You can say it was a ghastly motor accident, but it wasn't fatal. So it's not fatal. It's not fatal accident. It's fatal. Fatal and fatality, not fatality. You talk about fatality, fatality rate, not fatality rate. Then next is fascist. Fascist, from fascist we have the word fascism. So it's not fascist, it's not fascist, it's not fascism, it's not fascism, but fascist and fascism. That's a form of government, of course, we know that. Those of you who did government in secondary school, you would know that. And the next we've got here is faux pas. Faux pas. Faux pas is a French word, okay? Faux pas has to do with some sort of mistake that people make, especially in social gathering. Faux pas. Okay, so we've got the next word, federalism. Federalism, not federalism. Federalism. Federalism, okay? And this one is actually quite difficult for a lot of persons, and I think I understand why. It's such a mouthful. You have to break the word into different parts, different syllables. Femininity. How many syllables? Femininity. 5. Femininity. So it's not femininity. Femininity is the pronunciation, not femininity. Masculinity, femininity. Okay, so try as much as possible to get used to the stress pattern and the syllables in it. Femininity. Femininity. So let's move to the next word, feudalism. Feud, from the word feud, feudalism, not feudalism. Figurative, not figurative. Figurative. Next is fiery. Fiery or fiery? Fiery. So it's not fiery, fiery. And then we have fluent, fluent. So it's in two syllables, flu and went, fluent, not fluent. It's not just one, it's two, fluent. And fluency, fluency, not fluency, 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 okay? And the next is fluorescent, fluorescent. You talk about the fluorescent bulbs fixed inside the living room. Fluorescent, not fluorescent, not fluorescent, okay? The next is fetus, not foetus, but fetus. That's a baby still forming, fetus. The next word is for bad, for bad, for bad, not for bade, but for bad. And the next is flower, flower and flowery, flower, flowery. Okay, so it's not floor and flory, flower, flowery. Next is formative, formative, not formative, formative. And we have fortuity, fortuity, not fortuity, fortuity. Fragrance, not fragrance. Fracas, not fracas. Although in American English you would likely hear fracas. And then fruition, not fruition. Fuel, not fuel. Fuel, fuel, fuel. So it's not fuel. And furious, not furious, furious. Okay, so we have generative, generative, not generative. Generator, not generator. Genius, not genius. Glacier, glacier or glacier, okay? And I think in American English this can also be pronounced glacier. So in British English it's glacier. And then we have glutton, gluttony, not gluten. Google, not goggle. Gourmet, gourmet. The T in this word is silent, so I'm sure some people might know how to pronounce this, gourmet, and others that have not seen the word before might possibly call it gourmet. And then we have gratuity, gratuity, chew, to chew something, gratuity, okay? And in American English it's gratuity, gratuity. In British English, gratuity. And grievous, grievous, not grievous, 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 not grievous. And finally we've got the word guilty, guilty, guilty. He's guilty, not guilty, not gu. It's not guilty, it's simply guilty, guilty, guilty. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I'm King Ife. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well. You can also join my TikTok community and let's grow from there. Thank you so much. I'm King Ife and I more than anything love to see you prosper.